that we don't know. Well, we definitely will have more gist about Momijio. But let's move on to news, sports. There's actually, AFCON is actually going on. AFCON.
I've been watching you with corner eye since.
Well,
because you ain't talking about AFCON.
I know. Sorry. So, the match is about to end. Algeria and Sierra Leone is playing at the moment. It's 0-0.
Good result for Nigeria if it ends like this. We're all in the same group.
No, we're not actually. I finally confirmed we're not in the same group. Nigeria is in the same group with Egypt, Sudan, and Guinea-Bissau.
Oh, but why did you say yesterday?
Yesterday was
Shame on you.
actually like it was the way it was arranged. So I actually thought we were in the same group.
But so they're Group C.
Yeah, they're Group C. So the group might not be very.
Opening game of Group D is Egypt, Nigeria. Egypt.
It might not be that difficult. Nigeria now, if they're going to play with Sudan and Guinea-Bissau.
Don't say it.
But you never know what anybody's bringing to the table at the end of the day.
It's football. It's AFCON. So anything can happen.
Anything can happen. But at the moment, 90th minute, Algeria and Sierra Leone is still 0-0 for that. But yesterday there were a few matches that were played. Senegal, Zimbabwe ended with 1-0 in favor of Senegal.
Yeah, Guinea, of course. Liverpool doing their thing.
Guinea and Malawi also ended 1-0 in favor of Guinea. Morocco and Ghana also ended 1-0 in favor of Morocco.
Yeah.
Wait, what is it with everybody with 1-0?
Yeah, that's the Nations Cup for you.
Gabon and Comoros also ended 1-0 in favor of Gabon yesterday. So the first match of
and that's
today,
Gabon without Aubameyang and the rest of them.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. So today,
it's Comoros. We don't know.
It's still Comoros. Yeah. It's football. Anything can happen. Looking good for Algeria and Sierra Leone. Let it end like that for them. Well, that's their problem. But of course, the real thing that's got everybody going is Nigeria versus
Egypt. And it's not just Nigerians, it's the whole Africa that wants to see what's going to happen with that. Also, later in the day, there's the whole world is watching Sudan and Guinea-Bissau as well. So
Nigeria versus Egypt is always a tough one. We have, I think, in the last 5 games that we've played, Egypt have won 3. We've won 1, and there's been 1 draw. Now, of those 5, 2 of those games were international friendlies, which Nigeria won 1 and Egypt won another one. Within a large space of time. It wasn't back to back and everything. But at the AFCON, I think they have the upper hand on Nigeria. And it will be nice for us to really get
I think this will be really good for Nigeria if it will help the momentum and all that if they can win today's match, or at least let it be a draw.
Yes,
just score.
And the Egyptian team, there are no issues, no injury worries, no COVID-19 issues.
Nigeria actually has a few issues here.
They have like a full team.
They have their full
team.
Then
this Trezeguet guy is back in the team, and of course they have Mo Salah. Then there's this other guy, Said, and all of them. So, look, Egypt is coming with their finest squad against Nigeria, and it will be tough. It will be very tough, very tough. But this is me.
Okay.
Counting on the can-do spirit of the Nigerian players. Like, this is the kind of game that we need to win. I don't even want us to play a draw. Regardless of how good Egypt is, regardless of all the things that's gone wrong with Nigeria, it is when you count us out. Look, I just pray the guys would remember that, we're counting on them and everything, works together if they play as a unit, as a team. No individual skills here and there. Without Osimhen, missing out on Osimhen, Igalo, and a couple of them, the guys who are in camp,
they're actually really good
they're
players.
Not bad players,
They're good players.
It's a good time for Iheanacho to really step up as a number 9.
Yeah.
Taiwo Awoniyi has had an amazing season so far in Germany, in the Bundesliga. It won't be a bad time for him to also step up his game. There's still Ahmed Musa, regardless of his age or whatever. He has experience.
Yes. I think that
this should work for us in the goal scoring area.
Where a lot of them, where they're playing individually, they're actually good players. So
now there's a guy, Zanusi. Zanusi most likely will play at left back. Is ranked amongst one of the best defenders going into AFCON, and he's a Nigerian player. We still have Trust Ekong, Jamilu Collins and the rest of them.
Yeah, so We shouldn't do badly.
We shouldn't.
Badly
We shouldn't.
So we'll see how that goes.
So 5:00 Nigerian
5
time.
p.m. Nigerian time. I'm not watching it though.
And by the time you're listening to this in the 7:00 hour, the results will probably be almost out.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So,
the match is probably almost ended at that time, but
yeah.
you know. Oh, it
should be ended.
Should have ended by that time anyway. So we'll see how that goes. We'll definitely come back tomorrow with but he will come back. Okay, I will check it though, but I ain't watching Nigerian match. I ain't watching it. Nah, I ain't watching it. I will be checking updates.
All right, let's see how it pans out.
Why are you quiet?
It's fine. I just want Nigeria to win. That's all.
You seem too quiet for comfort.
I wanted you to finish what you were saying.
Okay, so very interesting story here today where in the United States, surgeons have broken a world record where they have transplanted, I don't know if you heard the story, the heart of a pig into a man. And it's official, the man has now lived for about 3 days now. This is claimed to be a genetically modified pig's heart into the patient's body. He's 57 and that was his last chance of ever living. There was nothing else they could do other than giving him a heart transplant, and at least for about 3 days now he's alive.
You know, you would know that a lot of work has gone into this. You know that they've been researching and prepping for stuff like this. It's not something that they just wake up and say, you know what, bring that pig, cut the heart, put it in. No. I don't know what will happen if there's going to be side effects. It's still early days and everything. Yeah. You know, then again, if it was you, would you want people to know that you have the heart of a pig or something? Because we can be very petty. Meanwhile, for the guy won't care because he's alive. He's
bragging rights. Number one, he's alive.
You know?
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's the bottom line.
If this eventually works well, this is groundbreaking. This is going to be huge. It's going to be monumental.
It's definitely going to be huge. And
because donors are not that, available when it comes to
so if that works,
organs and stuff.
Okay, but I just hope that PETA does not come at you people.
PETA call.
But
PETA
still going back to sports before we left. It's official now. The game between Algeria and Sierra Leone has officially ended, and it ended 0-0. So in Group C is official. Gabon is topping that group with 3 points.
All right, that's AFCON updates, which we're going to be doing all through AFCON, and still wishing the Super Eagles all the best.
All the best. So, going all the way to Uganda, where a public prosecutor in Uganda has officially withdrawn a case against opposition leader Bobi Wine.
Okay.
The politician had accused him of giving false details about his age while registering for a diploma in a university.
Okay, is that all?
Yes. So
Bobi Wine has been at the forefront of giving the people of Uganda a voice. Not necessarily everybody is in support of the government, which is a normal thing in every country. You know, I respect his tenacity and his
doggedness about this.
His doggedness, that's the word.
We've seen a lot. He's gone through a lot.
People have advised him to leave the country. He said he's not going to leave.
Ugandan government and all, but...
And again, in those places, just like it is in some other African countries, the governments don't tolerate critiques or criticisms and any of those things. They deal mercilessly with journalists and analysts and all of that.
The president turns it to a dynasty and all that. So yeah, I think he's doing some amazing work. Good news for him.
Shout out to Bobi Wine.
That's one less issues that he has. And before we go talking about African countries, now Mali's in the news. Mali was in the news yesterday where specifically the vice president of Nigeria had come out to talk about the sanctions that went that were imposed on Mali yesterday. And now the Malian government, who is the military junta that they have, has called on nationwide demonstrations, basically telling the people to come out, that they should protest against the sanctions imposed by ECOWAS.
You know, it's funny when people do these things. I always wonder, like, do you guys think at all? Like, do you sit down to analyze
That is what
in depth and look at your next line of action? So, when people protest en masse in Mali, what effect will it have on ECOWAS? It will only affect Mali. It's Mali that will not open shops. Schools will not open. Hospitals will not open. Do you get what I'm saying?
But at the end of the day, it's really because it's still the people. The people, that people are, at least I know, people were protesting against you. So it's the same people you are calling out now to protest.
I like that angle that you brought. That's another angle.
I'm lost.
You know, but this kind of protest that they are calling for, when this protest happen,
it's still the people that are going to suffer it.
What effect will it? No, I get your. I'm just looking at a different angle. What effect does it have on ECOWAS? The ECOWAS that you're protesting against. How is it going to affect them?
Sadly, as much as
they are the ones that are shutting their borders against you, so they're already cutting you off. So you protesting in your enclave, you protesting in your country. What effect is it going to have? If for instance, if maybe the power supply for Africa was from Mali, then you can come with leverage.
Yeah. You know,
but you don't have any of that.
It's very funny because...
And you are the one that said that you were going to conduct an election. You took over government, violently, forcefully. Then you're now asking people to come out to protest. To what effect? You're saying you're not going to hand over government until 2026 instead of 2022.
You know, the one that even shocks me the most, or the one that saddens me every time these things happen, is the fact that even the sanctions, I think that ECOWAS needs to review a bit of these things. Not because, but because of the people that are going to suffer.
They can't.
Take for example.
They cannot.
We've seen the amount of the amount of damage that is happening in Afghanistan now, and we've seen a lot of things that's happening, but at the end of the day, it's the people that are suffering it.
Okay, so this is what's going to happen. If ECOWAS now says they are removing the sanctions because of what you said, what happens to the military junta? They stay in power, become a legitimate government. That means if it can happen in Mali, it can happen in Ghana, it can happen in Nigeria. No, ECOWAS is not going to back down. The funny thing is, it might even escalate beyond sanctions. It might go to the point of an intervention. I'm telling you, just keep watching.
It's very funny though, but it's sad. But we hope that it doesn't get to that point at the end of the day. And finally, before we go, there's really a lot of transfers back and forth. There's been a lot of transfers. It's official now. Middlesbrough have agreed a deal with Arsenal for the loan of Folarin Balogun until the end of the season. Good
move for Folarin. He needs playing time. He needs the exposure. He's on the he's on the brink. He's on the edge of really breaking into the Arsenal first squad, and this is a good move for him.
It's a good move for him. At least people would officially see him play at the end of the day. And on that note, that is all we have to take today on the Boom Bar. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll be back again tomorrow with another wonderful edition of the bar. But you could also watch this on YouTube. We're BoomradioNG on YouTube, or listen to this on BoomRadio.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, please.
Thank you very much. Like, share, subscribe,
leave a comment,
follow, leave a comment, whatever it is. Just stay on Boom Radio. Peace.